Welcome guys to another video. For those of you watching, how is your weekend? Hope you had a great weekend. Today there was no trade today because I had some stuffs to be doing. And yeah, I had some stuffs going on. I was really busy, not gonna lie. Yeah, so here, the last trade I took was on 9th of May, which was last week Friday. And yeah, so my trading window normally, as you guys know, from 10 to 11 a.m. And before that time, you see here we have this 1 hour fair value gap that we believe was going to get tapped into later on. So that's all we can see in the 1 hour. So if I go down to the 15 minutes time frame, what do we see here? From the 15 minutes time frame, we see an imbalance right here, right there. Then let's drop to the 5 minute time frame. Nothing really to see there. On the 5 minute time frame, you can see there we see an SMT showing us that we might actually push to the downside. And immediately as the SMT occurred, New York open or market open, see the price dumping down to the downside right there. So to the 3 minutes time frame, what do we see in here? Now let's say it's my trading window right now, right there. So on the 3 minutes, I see a fair value gap there, another fair value gap here. We tapped into this fair value gap at 9:54. Also tapped into the fair value gap on SPX by 10:15. Okay, so we've tapped into this fair value gap at 10:15 once more, but we haven't tapped into the 3 minute fair value gap on NAS100. And what else do we see? We see an SMT. Now we see an SMT and we see price tapping into this SPX fair value gap. Remember, I said it doesn't matter if NAS100 hasn't tapped into this fair value gap. As far as SPX has tapped into this fair value gap, we would definitely see a push to the downside or a reaction of that fair value gap. Same on NAS100, right? That's why we saw this push to the downside, even though price hasn't tapped into this fair value gaps. I've said this a lot of times in most of the videos. So right there, even if you can't really see this SMT right here, look at this high. Price didn't take out this high. So let's say you want to extend this your line or your trend line to this high, you're also going to see that we did have an SMT. So price tapped into the 3 minute fair value gap with an SMT. All we needed to see is a 3 minute inverse fair value gap, and instantly we got that. So we got this 3 minute fair value gap. If we go to the 1 minute, we're going to see that it got inversed right there. We go down to the 1 minute time frame. Yeah, right about there. So yeah, this is the 3 minutes fair value gap. As you can see, it got invalidated right there. As soon as I see the body closure below that fair value gap, I'm putting my sell limit order right there. And yeah, aiming for these two liquidity levels. And as you can see, price just retraced back up to tap into this 1 minute fair value gap and instantly start to drop. So yeah, so that was literally today's trade I feel like I would have taken. And hopefully tomorrow I take a trade.